To understand why we're in the mess we're in today, you have to look back at what happened then, and why. Truth is, not everybody knows, but I'll try to fill you in as much as I know. It all happened a long, long time ago, on a planet that back then they called Earth. According to surviving records, it was 10 days after World War III that the Zorda came. They offered no terms except for unconditional surrender. Of course, mankind wasn't going to stand for that. They put up a heck of a fight. But what enemies don't submit to the Zorda tend to be exterminated. Their biological weapons rained down all over the Earth. Afterwards, the kill squads patrolled the ruins. The Zorda are nothing if not thorough. When they were satisfied there was no more resistance, they left. What they didn't count on is how tenacious life can be. Much of mankind survived in hiding, and together they formed the first global unifaction, an army of united humanity. It didn't take long till the unifaction's first challenge arose. The Zorda bioweapons had had an unintentional side effect. Animals the world over had gained sentience. They called us the Mobians. War was just a matter of time. I don't blame man for trying to defend his territory. We did the same, and just as ferociously. We discovered we were more human than we'd like to admit, and maybe mankind discovered he was more animal. Years and years of fighting and bloodshed finally yielded a hollow Mobian victory. But the sinister mastermind who rose in the shadows in humanity's darkest hour would come to haunt us. Once a lowly engineer's assistant, he rose to prominence with the rallying cry, perfection through union, salvation through industry. His name was ever praised for his dark mechanical genius, Dr. Julian Ivo Kintobor. Of course, the Mobians knew him by another name. May 17th, 2063. A day that will live in infamy. In a single day and night of betrayal, our greatest capital, Mobotropolis, fell to the enemy. 10 years old, I found myself an orphan without a home. The ghosts of the old war had come back. This time, Mobians were the endangered species. Of course, Mobotropolis was only the beginning. No one was safe from his mechanical armies, and his agenda was clear. Total domination of everything that lived. Evolution and the march of progress were all the excuses he needed. What he didn't count on is how tenacious life can be. Before the fall, many Mobians, some kids just like me, managed to escape. I guess it was a crazy coincidence, but most of us took shelter in the great wood called Knothole. When we were old enough, and toughened from hardships, we began to make our plans. Plans to return to the machine city that once had been our home as something other than citizens. We would destroy every war machine of that mad dictator one by one. We would rescue our loved ones from his vile factories before they endured a fate worse than death. We had the smarts, we had the motivation. All we needed was a leader. Someone brave enough, or stupid enough to stand up against Dr. Robotnik and his armies. there was one such gullible moron. A guy so crazy he was willing to give his life for a lost cause. You might argue it was because he had nothing to lose, but that wasn't the case. You might say he always wanted to be a hero, and you'd be right about that, but that still wasn't the whole story. There are plenty of reasons. Good ones, too. He should have just tucked his tail and saved his own hide. But none of them felt right. And so that's why we're in the picture we're in today. I mean, war is anything but. Freedom? Way past cool.